Welcome back to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissect. Here in this episode, we'll be talking about the UEFA Champions League. Well, of course, Mr. Vamos' route map to the final ended in tears, The teams I was rooting for, the teams that I probably saw that were going to create a few hits inside the league were outed. Of course, my route map showed that Atletico Madrid was going to take out Dortmund. The route map showed that Barcelona was going to take out PSG. The route map showed that Man City was going to take out Real Madrid. But well, stuff happened. The guys were kicked out. And everyone that actually moved through to the next round showed that they actually wanted to play. Just like we said in the very beginning that all the teams that are in the Champions League at the moment, this has been the greatest knockout. It has had the biggest teams that are coming from below the ranks to come and play football, on the other hand. So just like I said, for those of you that are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to turn on those notifications. Let's continue on the journey of dissection together. Well, we have 4 teams remaining in the tournament. We have Dortmund, PSG, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich. Well, the first game that will be played on 30th April will be, I think if I'm not mistaken properly, it will be PSG taking on Dortmund. Well, these are two sides that came off from first leg defeats and came to seal off the tie in the second leg. When I start from PSG's point of view, PSG hasn't won the Champions League ever. Dortmund is also looking to get a Champions League inside there. And now from PSG's point of view, when they played against Barcelona, the first leg was a 3-2 loss. And then Kylian Mbappe was put in the pocket inside there. Very many of you were talking about Jules Koundé pocketing Kylian Mbappe. And then in the second leg, Araujo did the magic. They got a red card, and the rest was history. PSG reigned supreme. Ousmane Dembele coming through in that one. I think in both legs he's been very instrumental for them. And then Vitinha in the middle there. We were not familiar with your game, Vitinha. We were really not familiar. Scoring 2 beautiful goals in both legs was something that will make us focus on you now. So PSG is most definitely looking to want to get their names on the Champions League. And for Kylian Mbappe, this might be very personal because, of course, remember, he still has contract talks that are still stalling. And I think in the summer, he'll be looking into a move. And for him, it will be very big to win the Champions League with PSG because he must be the most brilliant player that we have in Europe at the moment. And now when they first had done one side that I didn't really see them winning that tie against Atletico Madrid because Diego Simeone has mastered the art of winning games, whether winning the games convincingly or winning the games in the worst of ways. He knew how to win the game. But Dortmund actually outsmarted them. Marcel Sabitzer with the man of the match performance inside there. He racked up 2 assists and the winning goal inside there. And now for a Dortmund side that Marco Rose side is really young. I didn't really put them inside that fixture because I didn't think they were going to have the nerves of steel to play in Europe and to play at the big stage. But, well, the experience of Mats Hummels was very key for them. Of course, he put in an own goal inside there, but that did not kill his confidence. He actually had a Trivela assist inside there for Julian Brandt. And now, if I'm to look into these games, looking into both of the teams, these are 2 teams that we didn't see going this far. If we're looking into the play of the Dortmund side, I think the Dortmund side is looking good inside there. A midfield of Emre Can and Marcel Sabitzer, and then on the side you mainly have an Adiemi, and then you might probably get for yourself inside there a Julian Brandt. It's looking nice inside there. They're really passing in. There's been a good passage of play. There's been a good connection with them, and then in the back they're really solid. That's Mats Hummels and Schotterbeck. They've really been solid at the back. Of course, their goalkeeper is also not one to play around with. That's Kobel. I think if it wasn't the dictatorship in Germany, those are the keepers that would be playing ahead of maybe Emmanuel Neuer. Now, PSG, on the other hand, I think Ousmane Dembele, I think he showed the other day, in the Champions League that he really wants to play football. I think it was really very personal for him against Barcelona because they really played on his wages and they didn't really pay him when he was going to PSG. PSG actually paid the wages, paid all his arrears that were at Barcelona for him to come and play. And it's been really personal for him. Like I already said, they have the best player in Europe. I think any defender would not want to play against Kylian Mbappe. He has the pace, he has the finishing, he has the agility, he has the awareness, he has everything about him. PSG on the other hand, I don't really trust the defense that they have. They're really leaky behind there. Donnarumma, among the best keepers that we had in Europe 2 seasons ago when he was still playing with Milan, he's not the Donnarumma that we once knew. It's really shaky inside there. Marquinhos and co are not really playing the sports that we knew. Of course, the return of Mendes in the left back, sometimes he's playing as central defense. He's not really being rock solid inside there. Akraf Hakimi, all of you know he's really an attacker. When it comes to defensive work, he might not offer a lot. So if I was looking into this time and I'm looking for a winner, I really don't know if my anticipation in this one is going to work for me. But I'm going to give you guys PSG on this one. I'm giving you guys PSG on this one because the way they turned the tie against Barcelona was really remarkable. The way Kylian Mbappe stepped up in the second leg, of course, the penalties and all that was something, but stepping up to score those penalties and to score those goals was something. And then for PSG looking to secure their first ever Champions League will be something that will drive them to the final. Dortmund, on the other hand, it will actually bring the fight. This game is going to be open. It's going to be hotly contested. But I'll give you guys a PSG win in this one. Bayern Munich takes on Real Madrid. Wow, this is a blockbuster of a clash. Well, these two sides had interesting fixtures coming into the semi-final. Bayern Munich managed to take out Arsenal, and then Real Madrid managed to take out Man City. Man City, I think, bossed that game most of the time. And then Pep Guardiola was speaking about how his players asked to be subbed out because they couldn't take it anymore. I think Real Madrid showed that they'll do a lot of endurance and perseverance and get the results over the line. Of course, if you're to see how that game ended, the game ended in penalty shootouts. And Lunin, a goalkeeper that has been a third choice goalkeeper, I think, for the past season. Courtois got injured, they brought Kepa Arrizabalaga, and then Lunin, he actually came through to take the guys into the semi-finals. Well, those are moments for me in football that bring goosebumps, because a goalkeeper like that who has really fought for his moment to play a game, for him to finally be appreciated by the fans, be appreciated by the media, be appreciated by everyone was something nice to see. Of course, he took a gamble on the Bernardo Silva penalty and it paid off. Of course, there's been new information moving through that Kepa actually gave him information about that. And then it was nice to watch Antonio Rudiger directing him on Mateo Kovacic's penalty, because Rudiger and Kovacic are football best friends. He most definitely knew where his best was going to take that penalty and he directed him. Well, away from that, Real Madrid have won the most Champions Leagues. And then Bayern Munich, I think they've been trying to win the Champions League from since I can remember. The last time they really had a shot at it, well, uninspired Chelsea side done a Didier Drogba and Juan Mata took them out of the penalty shootout with all their best penalty takers missing penalties on the night. Remember Bastian Schweinsteiger missing a penalty and everyone. Bayern Munich hasn't had a good season in Germany, but, well, not having a good season in Germany will not prevent them from playing the sports. I think the result that they got against Arsenal will motivate the boys to come and play against Real Madrid. I think, of course, Harry Kane was start padding on the night against Arsenal in the second leg. And then Joshua Kimmich, who the coach was not playing for most of the season, was actually the one that won the game for them. Well, Thomas Tuchel, I don't know if you guys saw what he did. He actually brought a number 3 to play as a winger on the night. Rafael Guerrero played as a number 11. And I'll probably give him his flowers, because the person that he brought to play as a winger actually delivered the match-winning assist. And then, of course, he left people like Matthias Tel on the bench. This is a kid that will be a bright spark in the future. And, of course, the chemistry, the midfield, when you look into the midfield that Bayern played the other day and you get the stalwarts in the middle there, Konrad Laimer, oh my God, I don't even know how to speak about it. Konrad Laimer boasted midfield, both at the Emirates and the Allianz Arena. I don't even know what to talk about. When you get into Leon Goretzka, these guys worked their asses out in that midfield inside there. I think that would be something that would encourage the lot to play against this Real Madrid side. When you talk about Real Madrid, these guys are the kings of Europe, like I said. They know what it means to win games. They probably know, I have to win this game at whatever cost, be it at the penalty shootout and everything. And I'd like to mainly focus on Rodrigo. But someone said that when Fiorentino Perez bought Rodrigo, they didn't know that they were buying a very versatile player. A number 7, a number 11, a number 9. He's playing everything. And now, for a team like Madrid that does not really have a direct number 9, of course, Joselu is in and out of the team. Rodrigo has stepped up and he's doing the wonders. Well, Vinicius Jr. didn't really impress me in the quarterfinals. He didn't really bring the spark that he brought. But I think this Real Madrid team is moving on pedigree. It's going to be pedigree that's going to win them this clash. Because Carlo Ancelotti wants to most definitely win this trophy for them. Of course, their captain, Nacho Fernandez, says this must be his last season with the club. And I think he wants to win a trophy. He wants to be one of the ultras that win a trophy again for them. So if I'm looking into the Real Madrid and the Bayern clash, these are two teams that are evenly matched. Of course, these teams have chemistry. They have the chemistry on the pitch, off the pitch. That's the bench. Everyone is going to look onto their bench and call somebody. In the Bayern defense, the coach is probably going to call on Adeo Upamecano to come through and play things in case Tavares refuses. They're going to call on Akim Minje to come and play. That's the same thing at Madrid. Madrid is going to call on Aneda Militao. He's going to put a Chiomeni in the back line and he's going to play. Rudiger must be one of the most interesting centre-backs to watch on that pitch. So, if it were up to me and I was giving you a result, I think Real Madrid takes this one for me. So, when you're to wrap up the prediction for the first and the second, this time around I'm seeing a final between PSG and Real Madrid. Of course, this is going to be a hotly anticipated final because in PSG, they have a striker that is looking to go into Real Madrid. So it will be nice to watch maybe a Kylian Mbappe winning it with PSG and later coming through to Real Madrid to win the Champions League with them next season. Well, we'll wait to see how that goes. But that's just what I think will happen in the Champions League. So, of course, you can let me know what you think. If you are disagreeing what I'm saying, you can probably let me know and we'll probably process it and probably think about it. In case you want to do a shout out, to give a comment or something, the numbers will be down below for you to give your insights and everything. It's been nice coming on set, talking to you guys about this. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Vamos, we go again.